So you're getting ready to retire and selling your home and possibly moving to Orillia, but you're not sure where to start. This is a very exciting time in your life, but it can also be very nerve-wracking. So stay tuned because I'm going to cover what to consider when buying a home to retire in Orillia. And we're going to talk to a couple folks who retired in Orillia and why they chose to retire in Orillia. Hi everyone, my name is Mohamed Randera. I'm a licensed realtor located in Orillia, Ontario. If you're interested in making Orillia your home, or you're interested in learning about what Orillia has to offer in terms of real estate, be sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you're always notified when I post a new video. This is a great way for you to support me and my channel. And if you want to discuss real estate in Orillia, you'll find my contact details in the description below and in the About Me section. I'm always available to talk about real estate. Today, I'd like to discuss key things to consider when looking to buy a home for retirement in Orillia. First, let's talk about accessibility. When choosing a home to retire, it's important to ensure that the property is easily accessible, especially for someone that's aging in place. Now, this means that the house should have features such as wide doorways, a single-story floor plan, and minimal stairs. Many retirees, they don't want to deal with big yards. They don't want to deal with shoveling snow. They don't want to be walking up long staircases. They want that down to a minimal. Therefore, a lot of folks who are getting ready to retire are looking for small bungalows and even condominiums. The location should be easily accessible and be close to amenities like medical facilities, grocery stores, pharmacies, hospitals, highways. Now, the great thing about Orillia is that it has its own hospital. Another important consideration when buying a home for retirement is safety in your home. The property should have safety features such as smoke detectors, CO2 detectors, handrails, and grab bars in the bathroom. You want to make sure there's a plan or system in place to have friends and family that can check in on you if they haven't heard from you. If you have a nurse or a home care provider that comes check in on you, make sure there's a lockbox available so they have access to the keys in case you don't answer the door. It's also important to check the crime rate in the area and the level of security provided in the neighborhood that you pick to live in. As a retiree, you could be targeted as an easy mark if you're living solo. Criminals could take advantage of you if you're home alone, or even when you step out. So I suggest you do your research or talk to a realtor like me who lives in the community. Retirement is a time when many people are on a fixed income or they're getting a steady pension. So it's important to choose a home that's affordable. You're probably downsizing during your retirement, so you'll have the ability to purchase something within your means. Consider the cost of a home, property taxes, and the cost of living in the area. You don't want to be house rich and cash poor. So make sure you pick a home that fits within your budget and also have money to enjoy for retirement. Orillia is a great city when it comes to affordability. We have condo units all across the city and several 55+ adult communities. Retirement is also a time when people want to enjoy social activities and be part of a community. When choosing a home, consider the availability of social activities such as clubs, organizations, and community centers. This can help you stay active and engaged in your retirement years. In terms of recreation, Orillia has a massive new recreation center that was just built a couple of years ago. It has a gym, swimming pool, massive indoor track, and classes throughout the day to keep you in shape. There are also trails all over the city and 2 very beautiful waterfronts to enjoy within 5 to 10 minutes drive from wherever you live in the city. Finally, when picking a home to retire, it's important to also consider your future needs. As you age, you may require additional assistance and medical care. So choose a home that can accommodate these needs. This could include features such as walk-in showers, wheelchair ramps, geriatric toilets, or a room that can be converted into a caregiver suite. Orillia also has several assisted living facilities and retirement communities, as well as skilled nursing facilities. Many retirees in Orillia will transition into assisted living facilities and retirement communities when the time comes, and having these options close by makes a huge difference, as friends and family can still visit and retirees can stay in the community where they retired. Now, let's talk to some retirees and see why they chose to make Orillia their home for retirement. So Barb, what is it that you love about Orillia?
Okay, for me, Orillia is very near and dear to my heart. Number one, my son was born here. My husband went through chemo here. And so for me, it's the hospital, the shopping. I just really sincerely love Orillia and always have.
So what are the top 3 things you considered before moving to Orillia?
Okay, number one for me was I knew I wanted to live in a condo. So I researched the condos, really liked what Orillia had to offer for condos. So that was my number one. Number two, shopping. They had so much more shopping. And again, I do love the hospital. And number three, my son lived in Barrie. I did not want to move to Barrie, too big for me. So Orillia was the perfect spot for me.
So what were you looking for specifically in a home when you were house hunting?
For me, I knew I wanted to have a condo. I knew it had to be 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, had to have security entrance because I am on my own. And I knew I didn't want a lot of carpet because of allergies. And I basically wanted to be move-in ready because I did not want to do any renovations. And so that's what I was looking for within a condo.
So Barb, what are the key things you look for in a realtor before you start house hunting?
For me, if I can honestly say, it was honesty and the way the realtor wanted to work for me.
So Rusty, why do you love Orillia?
Orillia has so much to offer. When you think of geographically where we're located, an hour and a half max will take you to the largest city in Canada. Also, don't forget that we're surrounded by 3 absolutely gorgeous lakes. We have Lake Couchiching, we have Lake Simcoe, and we have Bass Lake. Orillia is in a unique location. I mean, we're in the midst of cottage country. We have our main street that is historically interesting. And also in Orillia, it's a wonderful place for those interested in the arts, and specifically the location, because you're close to family. If family lives in the city, or to the west, Collingwood. To the east, you've got Whitby and the like, and to the north, yeah, you've got the gorgeous Muskoka. And we are just so blessed to be living in such a city as Orillia.
So when you and your wife decided to retire, you could have retired anywhere. So why did you stay in Orillia to retire?
That's an interesting question. About 2 or 3 months before my wife and I retired, we sat at the kitchen table one night. And I said to my wife, I said, retirement's just around the corner. Our hometown is Gravenhurst. That's where both my wife and I were born and raised, just 25 miles up the highway in beautiful Muskoka. Now, I have to be honest with you. We love Gravenhurst. But as we sat there at the kitchen table, my wife said to me, remember when we were at Tim Hortons one day in Gravenhurst? We were there for about an hour, just the 2 of us. And neither one of us knew one person that came into Tim Hortons in little old Gravenhurst. our memories started going back to the days of our childhood. All the friends that we had and accumulated over those tender early years, they were either gone, moved, or are in a situation where they're in nursing homes. It didn't take long for us to come up with the answer to our question about moving to Gravenhurst. It's Orillia that we have acquired such quality friends. Orillia has been so good to both my wife Pat and myself. Why would we ever want to move from such a gorgeous city?
So Rusty, when you were house hunting for retirement, what was important to you in a home?
The home we were living in here in Orillia had 4 levels to it. And we liked the home very much. But our 2 kids are now adults with children of their own. They flew away from the nest. So now there's only my wife and I in this big house. And you almost had to yodel at each other to get one's attention, having 4 different levels to the home. As much as we loved it, we had to kind of face the facts of getting old. So we looked around for smaller houses. And I thought, that's still going to mean that I'll have to cut the grass. Oh yes, can't forget about shoveling the snow in the midst of a cold winter. These that may have at one time brought joy bring no joy to my heart at the age of 77. So we started looking at a condominium. We had friends that lived in condos, and we thought we would go and search. And we did search long and hard. And this particular condo that we're in, it was almost a miracle in how we got it. And we enjoy living here. We feel very safe in this condominium. We have wonderful neighbors, and it offers everything that someone our age can truly enjoy. And what I enjoy the most is watching the guy cut our grass, or the guy that shovels the snow out there, just knowing that it's not me.
So what are the key qualities you look for when working with a realtor?
Finding the right realtor is one of the biggest decisions that one has to make. You've got to find a realtor who's honest, who's upright, who has integrity, that he's not just out after the buck, but he's out to make sure that his client is treated properly and they get the home that they're looking for. You need someone who knows the area, who knows what the current prices are for a similar type home, and one that wouldn't be offended if even after 10 showings of different homes, you still said no. A good realtor will find this a challenge, and they'll get out there and they'll find that home that you're looking for.
I hope you found this video useful, and if you want to chat about your options for retirement real estate in Orillia, be sure to get in contact. All my contact details are in the description of this video and at the end of this video. Please, if you found value in this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button.